Howdy y'all, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Today, we're going to look at approximately 95 photographs dated from roughly 1860 through 1880, all said to be taken by James Valentine of Scotland. Valentine rose to prominence around 1860 when he began documenting the British Isles in remarkable landscape or topographical photographs. These images caught the eye of the British royalty, who then hired Valentine to produce even more high-quality photographs of their dominion. Today, we are marveling upon his crowning photographic achievements, the results of his endeavors. The architecture here and the surrounding infrastructure appears to show us an extremely advanced kingdom full of monumental achievements in engineering. The fact of the matter is, we're told mostly everything you will see in today's video was constructed in a time before industrial tools, and miraculously was excavated, engineered, and hoisted into place using such things as carts, donkeys, and hand tools. A huge thank you to Scotty432 for the recommendation on looking into the photographs of James Valentine. As within the search for these photographs taken by James, I came across some rather miraculous and outstanding photographs that we will look at today. These images are, dare I say, even more detailed and remarkable than the images of George Washington Wilson that we looked at previously. Albeit, it appears that James Valentine focused more on the architecture directly, which will help us in our search for the true history of the old world. Today, we are going to go through this cornucopia of the finest photographs produced by James Valentine in the mid-1800s, with our focus being on images of Scotland, Ireland, and England. James Valentine, according to this narrative, was born in June of 1815 in Dundee, Scotland. Now we're told he graduated from university around the year 1850. What makes this interesting, he went to university to study photography, meaning that prior to the year 1850, there were already universities that were giving out degrees in photography. Just take that with a grain of salt. The order of events here is also very strange. After graduating from schooling, we're told that James Valentine then started his company Valentine and Sons in 1851. However, initially, this business was actually dedicated to the printing and supply of business stationery. And it was only in 1855, 5 years after graduating, that Valentine incorporated portrait photography into his company, which makes this even stranger as he went to university for photography. We're also told that in 1855, the same year he began producing photographs, Valentine constructed one of, if not the largest, photographic glass houses in all of Britain, which he became infamous for. We're told in this narrative it wasn't until the year 1860 that James Valentine pivoted the focus of his business and began taking landscape photographs. That is when we have the immaculate architecture of Scotland, Ireland, and England being documented for the first time, and those are the images that we're looking at today. We're told that James Valentine made quite a reputation with these images, and like Wilson before him, who I just made a video on, Valentine was also commissioned as an official royal photographer for the Crown of England, which in return drew Valentine even more fortune, enough that he created one of the largest photographic studios in Europe, which was situated in his hometown of Dundee, Scotland. Furthermore, James Valentine's sons included John, who was the first major photographer of Hawaii, and William, who studied chemistry in London before training himself in the production of postcards under the tutelage of another major photographer, Sir Francis Frith. What we see today are honestly some of the most detailed photographs you can find of the entire 19th century. So to understand that these images, according to the narrative, are from at the latest around 1880, but at the earliest they could be from 1860 or even earlier. We have this roughly 20-year time period of the mid to late industrial revolution, the industrial age, where we see that there is already fully fleshed out architecture massive achievements in ancient engineering that were being photographed for the first time in history. That is why these images are so important. The people that we see in the photographs, sometimes shown in abundance, but usually they're entirely absent in many of these images, and that's also another interesting aspect. The architecture itself towers over the people that are shown, and for example, some of the doorways are twice the height of the humans that are standing next to them. These ornate details are only amplified by the lavish scale of which nearly everything seems to be constructed. The castles, the factories, the cities built for the kings and queens, but they were fashioned by the common folk. At least that is the story that we've been led to believe when it comes to the architecture of the British Empire in the 19th century. So these photographs are truly telling the story. We have many incredible images by James Valentine to look at today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear, once you finish the video, which photograph stood out to you the most, what anomalies you saw in any of these photographs. If you'd like to reach out to me more directly or support the channel, there is a link in my YouTube profile. I would really appreciate that. But other than that, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, as I have hundreds of other videos with tens of thousands of old world photographs, pre-1900 photographs, looking at the architecture of the old world. I can't wait to see you on the next video. Also, I have left a link down below in the description of this video for the full collection of photographs, 19th century photographs by James Valentine. So if you want to go in and look at those photographs in a little more detail, see the title of each image, see what locations you are actually looking at, and maybe add these photographs to your own old world collection, I left the link down below so you could do so. I appreciate you all being here so much, and I can't wait to talk to you on the next video.